Hi there! Today, I'm going to walk you through Craft, a platform designed to foster collaboration, build relationships, and facilitate information sharing among learners, on-site evaluators, and education providers. Craft Connect aims to empower learners in their journey to improve their skills and secure better opportunities beyond the confines of traditional apprenticeship programs. Before we jump into the product, let's review the purpose of Craft Connect, as well as review a few key terms you will see within the product. First, Craft Connect helps streamline the relationship between an evaluator and learner, allowing learners to quickly log their job-embedded work and evaluators to provide feedback and approve the learner's submission. Next, it will allow you to collect evidence of the learning that the learner is completing to help with accreditation and credentialing compliance. Craft allows the collection of milestones and data for workforce funding. And finally, it can provide real-time dashboard analytics to monitor learner progress within a program. Before we dive in, I'd like to review a few key terms that will be used throughout this demo. First, we have the term experiential learning, or EL. This refers to a model of education that combines classroom instruction with on-the-job training under the guidance of an experienced mentor. This can also be referred to as on-the-job learning, job-embedded learning, or work-based learning. Next, we have the concept of a program, which is the curriculum or work a learner is expected to complete. A learner is an apprentice, student, employee, or anyone participating in an EL program. They will be the person submitting their completed work on the job. An evaluator is a journey worker, veteran colleague, mentor teacher, or someone who observes the learner progressing through their program and provides feedback on their submitted work. An instructor is a role that can observe the work learners in their class are doing on the job and take necessary action. For example, the instructor might be the learner's college professor who can view the collaboration between the learner and evaluator and use it to inform the learner's grade. And finally, we have the admin, who is the person doing a lot of the administrative work in Craft Connect, such as managing users, creating program content, and tracking progress. Now let's get into the product. You will see here I'm in a demo environment, so we will be looking at some example data for demo purposes. I'm currently logged in as a learner. You will see the interface is relatively simple and straightforward. This was done to make this process quick and easy for learners, so they are not spending too much time logging their work, and instead focusing on what they are learning. On the home page, you will see I have some to-dos, as well as a feed showing my recent activity within Craft Connect. Let's get started by going to my program and finding the activity I need to complete. If I'm not sure where to go, I can always navigate to the quick search bar at the top to search for the activity I'm looking for. For this demo, we'll click over to my program. At the top of the screen, you will see the name of my program, which is broken up into semesters. Please note this is customizable. For example, instead of semesters, this could be broken up by year skills or even levels. Let's use program navigation to find the activity I'm looking for. I'd like to note a few things. First, you will see the title of the activity and when it is due. The learner has the ability to log how much time the activity took. Please note, tracking time can be important depending on your program, as it could be crucial to collect this data for credentialing purposes. I will say this activity took me 2 hours. If we go further down, you will see I have a description, giving me directions on how to complete this activity. And if we go further down, I have the ability to either attach a document or PDF, or provide a link showing my proof of work. For this demo, I'm going to provide a link. And finally, I have the ability to leave a comment for my evaluator. This provides a learner with a quick and efficient way to communicate directly with their evaluator. Once I have done that, I will now press Submit. Once the learner submits their activity, the evaluator will receive an email stating one of their learners has submitted an activity for them to take a look at. Now let's log in as an evaluator to understand what they will see after a learner makes a submission. As an evaluator, I'm going to click View to take a look at my learners. Here at the top under Pending Approvals, you will see I have a few submissions from learners waiting for my approval. Let's click into this first one. You will notice this screen is very similar to the learner view with a few key differences. First, as an evaluator, I have the ability to edit the due date. I also have the ability to edit the amount of time the learner logged. I have instructions here, as well as a rubric that has been attached that I can utilize to understand how to appropriately provide a score. I can score this learner between 1 to 5. I can also attach a document or PDF, or provide a link. I can comment to the learner and either return this to the learner to continue working on it or approve their work. So for example, I could give this learner a 3, upload a rubric, type in "take a look at this rubric," and return it to them so they can give the activity another try. For the purpose of this demo, I will give them a 5, say "great job," and click approve. From there, as an evaluator, I would go back to my learners and continue working through my pending approvals. So far, what we have gone over is how communication between a learner and an evaluator works. Now let's take a higher level look at what an administrator view looks like. As a reminder, the administrator is a person that would set up the program within Craft Connect, manage users, and utilize other features, such as learner activity dashboards and credentialing reports. Now that I'm logged in as an admin, you will see on the left-hand side there are a few additions to the navigation bar we haven't seen. First, let's click into Programs. This is where an administrator would go to create and manage program content. You can either create a new program by clicking Add Program, or click into an already existing program to make edits. Once we've clicked into the program, we can click on an activity and make any edits we would like. You can edit the description, attach any necessary resources or links, require a learner or an evaluator to take certain action on an activity, as well as other customizable features. We try to make this very simple and straightforward for you to manage. Once you save these edits, they will instantly update for everyone assigned to this program. Now let's take a look at dashboards and reporting. First, we have dashboards. Dashboards will focus on overview information about the health and status of your system and programs. You can come here for an at-a-glance checkup on how things are running, and to notice if something needs a deeper dive. And finally, we have reports. Reports will provide summary and detailed information about specific pieces of your system, programs, and users. They will also be curated reports for your accreditors and workforce boards that can be exported and shared ad hoc. Here is where you can dive into the details, sort and filter how you want, and then export any data necessary to share out. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this demo. If you'd like to learn more, please do not hesitate to reach out.